Facts only 2% of men know. Did you know that only 2% of men truly understand the ancient philosophy of Stoicism? This surprising fact might make you wonder, what secrets does Stoicism hold, and why is it so misunderstood? Stick around to discover how Stoicism can transform your life. Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the world of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that's more relevant now than ever. Whether you're dealing with daily stress or seeking a deeper sense of purpose, Stoicism offers practical wisdom to help you thrive. Despite its powerful benefits, Stoicism remains largely misunderstood and underappreciated in modern society. Many men are unaware of how Stoic principles can help them navigate life's challenges with greater ease and resilience. This lack of understanding means missing out on tools that can enhance mental toughness, emotional stability, and overall well-being. So, what exactly is Stoicism, and why should you care? At its core, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and to accept what we cannot. This means letting go of worries about the future or regrets about the past and instead embracing the present moment. Key principles include: Fact 1. Mastering emotions. Stoicism, the ancient Greek philosophy that continues to shine in our modern world, teaches us a rather intriguing dance with our emotions. It's not about shoving those feelings into a dark, dusty corner of our mind or pretending they don't exist. Oh no, Stoicism is much smarter and kinder than that. It's like being handed the keys to a sleek, emotional sports car and learning to drive it with finesse, rather than letting it careen wildly down the highway of life. The core wisdom here is to acknowledge our emotions as natural passengers on this journey. Imagine Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who doubled as a Stoic philosopher, journaling away in his tent after a long day of empire managing. In his famous work, Meditations, he doesn't rant about feelings being the enemy. Instead, he muses on understanding them, like a wise old friend who's seen it all and can still crack a smile. Marcus Aurelius figured out that if you get to know the roots of your emotions, like tracing the lines of a family tree, you can respond to life's twists and turns with the poise of a philosopher king. Picture this: you're standing in line for your morning coffee, and someone cuts in front of you. Instead of launching into a tirade that would make a Roman legion blush, Stoicism suggests taking a breath and considering why this ticks you off. Maybe you're stressed, maybe you're just really in need of that caffeine fix. By understanding the why, you can choose to react with a level-headed, "Excuse me, there's a line," rather than a full-blown, espresso-fueled meltdown. This doesn't mean becoming an unfeeling robot. Quite the opposite. It's about mastering the art of emotional Aikido, where you use the energy of your feelings to guide you towards a calm and rational response. It's a bit like turning life's lemons into philosophical lemonade. So, next time you feel the surge of an emotion, channel your inner Marcus Aurelius. Reflect on it, understand it, and maybe even chuckle at the irony of how our minds work. You might just find yourself handling life's little dramas with the grace of a Roman emperor jotting down his thoughts under the Mediterranean sun. Practical application? To bring this concept to life, begin by pinpointing your emotional triggers. Picture this: you're going about your day, and suddenly, a wild emotion appears. Yes, just like a Pokemon. Instead of immediately reacting, take a deep breath and hit the pause button. Channel your inner detective and start analyzing the scene. Ask yourself some probing questions, like a seasoned gumshoe on a juicy case: why am I feeling this way? Did I just step on a Lego, or is there something deeper at play? Is my reaction serving me, or am I about to dive headfirst into Drama City? How can I respond in a way that won't make me cringe in retrospect? With consistent practice, this habit becomes second nature. Before you know it, you'll be navigating your emotions like a pro, dodging drama and handling life's curveballs with the finesse of a ninja. So, the next time you feel an emotion bubbling up, remember, pause, analyze, and respond like the emotionally resilient rock star you are becoming. Fact 2. Importance of the present moment. Epictetus, the ancient Stoic philosopher, had a profound insight that still resonates today: the present moment is all we truly possess. It's like being handed a single golden coin in a world obsessed with accumulating future riches or lamenting past losses. He argued that dwelling on bygone days or fretting over the yet-to-come distracts us from the one treasure we can actually hold, the present. Imagine trying to enjoy a lavish feast while constantly checking your watch to see if dinner will be better tomorrow or reminiscing about last week's meal. You'd miss the succulent roast right in front of you. This timeless wisdom isn't just stuck in dusty philosophy books. Fast forward a couple of millennia, and you'll find it echoed in the sleek, modern practices of mindfulness. Picture a trendy yoga studio or a serene meditation app gently nudging you to live in the now. The goal? To reduce stress and boost well-being by savoring the moment, much like savoring a bite of that perfectly cooked roast. Mindfulness, much like Epictetus' teachings, reminds us that life is happening right now, not in the reruns of our minds or the trailers of our future. It's about noticing the small, delightful details, the aroma of coffee, the warmth of sunlight, the sound of laughter, that make up the fabric of our daily existence. So, next time you catch yourself time-traveling mentally, remember Epictetus and the mindful mavens of today. Embrace the present with the gusto of a gourmet, savoring every bite. After all, it's the only moment you truly have, and it's far too precious to miss while you're busy flipping through the mental channels of past and future. Practical application? Incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine. Imagine carving out a tiny sanctuary of peace in your bustling day, a brief escape from the chaos. Spend just a few minutes each day practicing mindful breathing or meditation. Picture it, a few glorious, uninterrupted minutes where the to-do lists and notifications cease to exist. Focus on your surroundings, sensations, and thoughts without judgment. It's like being the world's most serene detective, observing everything with curiosity but no need for conclusions. This practice can help you become more present and appreciative of each moment. Suddenly, the mundane becomes magical, and you might even find yourself marveling at the intricate dance of dust particles in a sunbeam. So, take a deep breath, embrace the Zen, and let mindfulness transform your daily grind into a delightful waltz with the present moment. Fact 3. The dichotomy of control. The dichotomy of control is the VIP pass to the Stoic Philosophy Club. It invites you to take a step back and categorize everything in life into two neat piles, things you can control and things you can't. Imagine trying to control the weather. It's like trying to persuade a cat to take a bath. Spoiler alert, it's not happening. Similarly, the Stoics teach us to accept that some things are simply out of our hands. Now, let's picture this concept with a sprinkle of humor. Think of your life as a grand theater production. You're the star, of course, but also the director, writer, and occasionally, the audience. In this play, the dichotomy of control is your script supervisor, whispering in your ear, focus on your lines and actions, not on the critic in the third row munching loudly on popcorn. This understanding is like a superpower for your mental well-being. By focusing on what's within your control, you can transform from a chronic worrier into a Zen master. Instead of fretting over whether it will rain on your parade, you bring an umbrella just in case and dance in the rain if it comes. The Stoics were the original minimalists of mental clutter. They figured out that by not stressing over the uncontrollable, they had more energy and focus to put into what they could actually change. Imagine if we all did that. We'd have more time to binge watch our favorite shows guilt-free, knowing we'd maximized our productivity beforehand. So, next time you're about to spiral into anxiety over something like traffic jams or Wi-Fi outages, remember the dichotomy of control. Take a deep breath, laugh at the absurdity of trying to control the uncontrollable, and channel your inner Stoic. You'll find yourself a bit more serene, a tad more focused, and definitely more resilient. And who knows? You might just become the chillest person in your friend group, the one who can stay calm even when the pizza delivery is late. Practical application? The grand theater of worries. Picture it, the stage is set, anxiety takes the spotlight, and your mind plays out a drama worthy of Shakespeare himself. But fear not, dear audience, for we shall categorize these worries into two acts, can control and cannot control, with a dash of humor to lighten the mood. Act 1, the can control crew. 1. The fickle diet dilemma. The eternal struggle between the kale salad and the tempting call of pizza. Fear not, for with a pinch of determination and a sprinkle of meal prep magic, we shall conquer this culinary chaos. 2. Time warp woes, feeling like there aren't enough hours in the day? Well, my friend, it's time to channel your inner Time Lord and master the art of prioritization and scheduling. Who needs a TARDIS when you've got a well-organized calendar? 3. Financial fandango. Is your wallet feeling lighter than a feather in a hurricane? Let's whip those finances into shape with a budget tighter than your jeans after Thanksgiving dinner. Penny pinching has never been so stylish. Act 2. The uncontrollable conundrums. 1. Whether worry of rain, shine, or a surprise tornado. Mother Nature likes to keep us on our toes. But fret not, for we shall dance in the rain, bask in the sun, and if a tornado hits, well, it's time for an impromptu Wizard of Oz cosplay. 2. Other people's opinions are the ever-changing winds of public perception. Remember, my friend, you can't control what others think, so why not dazzle them with your fabulousness and let the haters drown in their own envy? 3. Traffic tango, stuck in a never-ending sea of brake lights. Embrace the chaos, crank up the tunes, and turn your car into a mobile karaoke party. Who needs a destination when the journey is this entertaining? Grand finale, letting go and moving forward. Now, my dear worry warriors, it's time for the grand finale. Take a deep breath, release the grip of anxiety, and let those uncontrollable worries float away like helium balloons on a summer breeze. Remember, life's too short to be weighed down by worries. So, grab hold of the reins where you can, and for the rest, embrace the serenity of acceptance. With this newfound clarity, go forth and conquer the world, one worry at a time. Fact for the influence on leaders. Let's dive deeper into the ancient wisdom of Stoicism and its enduring impact on leaders throughout history, from the marble halls of Rome to the bustling boardrooms of Silicon Valley. Picture this: Marcus Aurelius, the OG of Stoicism, strutting through the corridors of power in ancient Rome, decked out in his toga and sandals, dropping pearls of Stoic wisdom like he's the philosophical Beyoncé of his time. This dude wasn't just flexing his muscles in the Colosseum, he was flexing his moral fiber as well, using Stoic principles to keep his cool while the empire was burning, literally and metaphorically. Fast forward a couple of millennia, and you've got modern leaders like Bill Clinton and Jack Dorsey, not exactly rocking the togas, but definitely rocking the Stoic vibes. I mean, Bill was probably practicing his Stoic stare during those tough press conferences, while Jack was likely channeling his inner Marcus Aurelius every time Twitter went into meltdown mode. Stoicism isn't just some dusty old philosophy gathering cobwebs in the annals of history, it's the OG life hack for leaders. It's like the ancient version of a self-help book, but instead of cheesy affirmations, you get timeless wisdom that stood the test of time like a boss. So, whether you're ruling an empire or just trying to keep your Twitter feed drama-free, Stoicism has got your back, keeping you cool, calm, and collected in the face of whatever chaos life throws your way. Practical application? So, picture this: you're sitting on a plush velvet sofa, sipping your favorite beverage, coffee, tea, maybe even something stronger, no judgment here, and pondering the mysteries of leadership. You're not just any leader, though. You're aiming for that mythical status, the Stoic leader. Now, before you start envisioning yourself in a toga, let's break it down. Stoicism isn't just about sporting a serious face and pretending you're impervious to emotions. It's a mindset, a way of life, and even a leadership philosophy that's been knocking around since ancient Greece. So, what's the deal with these Stoic leaders, anyway? Well, they were like the OGs of cool, calm, and collected. Picture Julius Caesar keeping his cool when the Ides of March rolled around. Or Marcus Aurelius scribbling his philosophical musings while fending off barbarian invasions. These guys weren't just leaders, they were masters of their own minds. Now, let's get to the good stuff, the principles. Wisdom? Check. Courage? Double check. Justice? You betcha. And let's not forget about everyone's favorite virtue, temperance. Because, let's face it, nobody wants a leader who's a walking, talking embodiment of chaos. So, how do you channel your inner Stoic leader? Well, it's all about incorporating these principles into your own leadership style. Leading a team? Wisdom can help you make those tough decisions. Heading up a community? Courage will be your best friend when things get dicey. And if you're just trying to navigate this crazy thing called life, well, justice and temperance can help keep you on the straight and narrow. So, whether you're facing down a horde of angry Visigoths or just trying to get through another Monday morning meeting, remember, with a little Stoic wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, you'll be leading like a boss in no time. Toga optional, of course. Fact 5. Negative visualization. Negative visualization might sound like something your pessimistic aunt does before family gatherings, but it's actually a potent tool from the Stoic toolbox for mental fortitude. Imagine it like this: you're sitting there, sipping your morning coffee, and instead of daydreaming about winning the lottery, you're picturing your car breaking down on the way to work or your coffee machine exploding in a caffeine-fueled catastrophe. Fun, right? But hold up, there's method to this madness. Seneca, the OG Stoic guru, wasn't just trying to be a party pooper. He knew that life's got a knack for throwing curveballs faster than you can say serenity now. So, by mentally preparing for the worst, you're basically strapping on your mental seatbelt for the rollercoaster ride of life. Think of it like a mental dress rehearsal. When you've already pictured your laptop crashing or your cat turning your favorite rug into a scratching post, it's like you've been there, done that, in your head, at least. So, when reality decides to throw a plot twist your way, you're not caught off guard like a deer in the headlights. Instead, you're more like a seasoned action hero, calmly dodging obstacles and saving the day. Practical application? Alright, let's sprinkle some zest into your contingency planning routine. Picture this: you're lounging in your favorite thinking chair, sipping a cup of imagination juice, aka coffee, but let's keep it fancy, and pondering the potential hurdles life might hurl your way. Sure, it sounds a tad like prepping for doomsday, but hey, a little mental sparring never hurts anyone. So, there you are, envisioning scenarios like a pro. Maybe it's a sudden zombie apocalypse, because why not? Or perhaps a more mundane yet equally nerve-wracking scenario like being stuck in an elevator with your arch-nemesis, cue dramatic music. As you map out your escape routes from these hypothetical disasters, you're not just playing mind games, you're flexing those resilience muscles. Think about it: by concocting creative solutions to imaginary problems, you're basically becoming the MacGyver of your own life. Who needs a Swiss Army knife when you've got a brain packed with contingency plans? Plus, let's be real, it's kind of fun to imagine yourself as the hero in your own action-packed movie, complete with witty one-liners and a killer soundtrack. And here's the kicker: when real-life curveballs come hurtling your way, you'll be ready to duck, dive, and dodge like a pro. Suddenly, that looming deadline or surprise encounter with your ex doesn't seem quite as intimidating when you've already rehearsed your cool, calm, and collected routine in your head 1,000 times over. So, go ahead, indulge in a daily dose of mental sparring. Who knows, it might just save the day when the zombies finally decide to crash your office party. Fact 6. Journaling as a Stoic practice. Imagine diving into the minds of ancient philosophers like Marcus Aurelius as they scribble away in their journals, pondering the meaning of life between sips of lukewarm tea. Journaling wasn't just a hobby for these Stoics, it was their version of Instagram, minus the selfies and avocado toast. Instead of posting filtered photos, they poured their souls onto parchment, reflecting on their daily triumphs and tribulations. Now, while Marcus Aurelius might not have had the luxury of emoji-filled journals, his practice of introspective writing was basically the OG version of a Twitter thread. By jotting down his musings, he was able to untangle the spaghetti mess of thoughts in his head and make sense of the chaos, kind of like finding the end of a roll of duct tape. And let's not forget the self-awareness jackpot that comes with journaling. It's like holding up a mirror to your soul and going, "Wow, I didn't know I had that many quirks." But seriously, when you take the time to dissect your thoughts and actions on paper, you start to see patterns emerge faster than a magician pulling rabbits out of a hat. Suddenly, you're not just stumbling through life like a confused giraffe, you're strutting with purpose, like a peacock who's just discovered it's fabulous. But wait, there's more! Journaling isn't just about dissecting your inner monologue, it's also a crash course in understanding your values and goals. It's like having a GPS for your life, except instead of recalculating routes, you're recalibrating your moral compass. So, while you might not end up with a treasure map leading to buried gold, unless you're really lucky, you'll definitely uncover gems about yourself that you never knew existed. So, the next time you're pondering whether to start journaling, just remember, you're not just scribbling in a notebook, you're following in the footsteps of ancient philosophers, embarking on a journey of self-discovery, and potentially unearthing the meaning of life, one doodle at a time. Practical application? Alright, buckle up. We're about to embark on the adventure of daily journaling, where you'll dive into the murky depths of your thoughts and actions, armed only with a pen and a willingness to confront your inner procrastinator or perfectionist. We don't judge. So, picture this, you, sitting down with your trusty journal, ready to spill the beans on your day. It's like having a one-on-one conversation with yourself, except you're both the interview and the interviewee. Talk about multitasking. First off, let's pat ourselves on the back for a job well done. Maybe you resisted the urge to hit the snooze button for the umpteenth time, or perhaps you finally conquered that mountain of laundry that's been staring you down all week. Celebrate those victories, no matter how small. You deserve it. Now, onto the juicy stuff, the areas where we can sprinkle a little improvement fairy dust. Did you accidentally set fire to the kitchen while attempting to boil water? Hey, we've all been there. Take note of what went wrong and how you can avoid reenacting a scene from a cooking disaster movie in the future. But wait, there's more. Journaling isn't just about critiquing ourselves, it's also about soaking up the wisdom that life throws our way. Did you learn that eating 3 servings of garlic bread before bed leads to some rather vivid dreams? Well, now you know. Knowledge is power, my friend. In the grand scheme of things, journaling isn't just about scribbling down words on paper, it's about taking control of your narrative. It's like being the director of your own blockbuster movie, except with fewer explosions and more introspection. So, grab your journal, sharpen your favorite pen, and let's embark on this wild ride together. Who knows what revelations and epiphanies await? One thing's for sure, it's bound to be one heck of a journey. Stoicism offers timeless wisdom and practical tools for living a resilient, fulfilling life. By mastering our emotions, focusing on the present, distinguishing between what we can and cannot control, drawing inspiration from Stoic leaders, practicing negative visualization, and journaling, we can cultivate inner strength and wisdom. Ready to dive deeper into Stoicism? Check out our next video on Stoic practices to start applying these principles today. And don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's grow and learn together on this journey to becoming Stoic kings.